Like shoot on another bit of breakdown. Now I already told you about the supposed shooting in Maine, that it was a hoax, and they show you a CGI picture and tell you there's a suspect on the loose, and they have this big manhunt distracting the masses, even locked down the whole Maine, everybody shelter in place and everything. And now the story ends. Yes, they find him dead. What a dumb shit for the masses. I told you it was fake. That person never exists that they show you as a shooter, people. It never exists. And that's the reason why they have to tell you the manhunt is ended, because he dead. They never kill him. He supposedly kill himself. Just like I told you with the Brian Laundrie bullshit. Yes, they show you a fake photo of him and a fake footage, and then later on they tell you that person died after they have a big manhunt. I told you it's fake shit. Don't believe nothing that come on the news. We go get into this right here and show you some things with them supposed to be artificially creating babies. We're gonna get into this and break it down and show you the new world order, where they're going. Just make it run.
Imagine babies grown in labs. It sounds like a sci-fi cliche.
And remember, people, all of the things that they give you for real life and science right now come from science fiction. Just keep that in mind. All of them shits that they tell you right now they're doing with science actually came from science fiction. So they tell you this right here straight from a science fiction type of shit. Pay attention here. Let's see if it's real.
But a groundbreaking team of experts across Europe are hoping to build the world's first clinically approved artificial womb.
And tell me something, people. You can create an artificial womb clinically, but how you gonna get that supposedly water? The water that the female produced to get this baby in the water, in the belly. You remember when the water break? Yes, that's a special water that hold in the baby, and the baby living in that water. You believe that they can imitate that? Wow, unbelievable. You believe that they can imitate the same water that the body produce, where the woman body produce when they're having a baby, so the baby can stay in that solution, stay alive, get feeding and everything through that. You believe that they can mimic that? They don't even understand it. That's what you need to understand. Listen, like say, to hear what they're gonna tell you right here. Because like I tell you, they don't understand that. That's part of the human being body that they can't explain. Listen.
In order to save the lives of babies born prematurely.
Listen.
With nearly 1 million dying every year.
And of course, people, every agenda they're gonna give you, or any new thing they're gonna give you for your destruction, they're gonna show you the good in it, so it can save premature babies. Remember, they're talking about they can make these babies. So how you gonna save premature babies? Listen, let's watch.
Race is on.
Time is really of the essence, because we quickly have to provide the infant with oxygen.
Let's see, get in it. Save more babies. Saving more babies is the name of this right here, people. Listen.
James was born at exactly 24 weeks.
24, number 6. And the point is, these babies that born premature, they're gonna need an artificial womb. They couldn't stay in the live womb for whatever reason, but now you can put them in an artificial womb. Listen.
It's really very, very tiny.
One eye symbol.
When he got my pinky fingernail, it was with his whole hand.
In 2012, Sonna's son James was born prematurely.
2, 3. Look
And
at
like
this.
many premature babies, he was put in an incubator.
The doctors told us his chance of surviving was 50%.
Wow, why is the baby so red? Unbelievable. What happened? He don't have on no skin yet? This is a dumb shit for the masses, because they did show you a baby that's supposed to be born with no skin. Don't believe the damn news and the media. They're full of shit. Listen this.
An incubator is a very hostile environment.
Tragically, James died 2 months later.
Okay.
While incubators save many lives, half of those born at 24 weeks do not survive in incubators.
I'm going to ask you a question, people, because this is a good question here. Why is the baby not staying in the womb for the whole 9 months, supposedly? Why would they come out at 24 weeks? You getting what I'm saying here, people? It makes no sense. So listen this right here. Why is they have premature baby? That's another chemical reaction. Something is wrong with the baby inside. So they have to get him out. Something that the mom take in and it's bad for the baby. Look at this right here, people. Don't believe in nothing that they show you is real. You understand? This is not real. But like I tell you, they're going to bring you a new system because of this right here that they show you. It's illumination, hard order chaos style. This is how they do it. They're going to save these premature babies by making artificial womb. Listen.
Partly because their lungs aren't yet sufficiently formed to breathe air.
An environment more similar to the womb is, I think, the best solution. We wish to help the parents and children who came after us.
And that's exactly what Sonna is now trying to do. Since 2020, Sonna has been an advisory board member to an elite team of scientists and engineers.
Yes, and it's not a coincidence why it's 2020 they kick this in. You have to understand, people, when the destruction begins. Pay attention.
They're taking on an extraordinary challenge, constructing an artificial womb.
What we really need is a liquid-filled environment.
A liquid-filled environment. I already told you, people, what kind of liquid you're going to fill in there. They can't mimic that water that the woman produce when they're having the baby. They can't. Like I tell you, it's a big mystery to them. They don't understand it. It's just God work and they can't find out how did the woman produce that water and where it come from. You don't understand. So tell me, what kind of liquid substance they're going to use to replace something that they don't understand? Pay attention.
That protects the baby from air. That would be a wish come true.
Okay.
Welcome, and I think we can start the program according to the agenda, which is now on the...
agenda.
Professor Franz
Go
van...
back.
The program according to the agenda, which is
The
now...
program according to the agenda. Pay attention, like I tell you, all of these things they put out there, government agenda to twist and bend the masses. Pay attention.
Professor Franz van der Vosse leads the team hoping to make that wish a reality.
The part
Wish
of
a
our work
reality.
package is to find alternatives for the birth procedure.
Coordinated by the Eindhoven University of Technology in the
They're
Netherlands.
trying to find an alternative for birth, people. They're going to find another womb artificially. And you sit there and believe that this is a good thing? Wow, unbelievable.
The approach is innovative. It's as much mathematical as medical.
My background is not in medical sciences. My background is in physics.
How does our oxygenator work?
The 29-strong team includes global experts
these
in
people.
computational modeling and industrial design, as well as pregnancy and childbirth.
The main challenge here is that the liquid-filled chambers layer is not conductive, and
In this unique group, each collaborator has different skills. They are united by the goal of designing and building a womb that replicates the conditions inside a real one.
The only thing I want to find out right here, what the substitute going to be for the water. What kind of substance they're going to use. Unbelievable right here.
Good modeling is the key to success here.
We predict the weather by making a model of the stratosphere by using mathematical models.
The only way they predict these things like weather, people, the only reason why they can is because they're the one who create it. They're the one who put the whole element together to give you this right here, the spinning motion that they call a hurricane.
Want to predict what will happen, in this case for the cardiovascular system of the baby inside the womb of the mother.
Other projects in this field are testing by placing baby
Number 3, coding right there, no coincidence. Listen.
animals, such as lambs, in bags of liquid.
Lambs with bags of liquid. I did a video on this right here where they was talking about them cloning animals. And they show you these right here. They ziplock up a plastic with some liquid in it and claim that they're clowning a fucking animal. It's fake shit. You need to wake your ass up. So this how they're gonna do the incubator for the baby. Then the new womb artificially. You better wake your ass up. This is dumb. 100% dumb. And this is what the satanic people problem been from day one. They can't create human beings. I already told you that's one thing the devil can do. They're working all these tricks on you on earth doing all these, magic and all of these things that they call it, casting spells on you, they can't create another human being. And that's a big problem for them. They try and they try and they try to mimic a human being and they can't. They can mimic animals, but they can't do that to human being with a soul. You have to understand that. So they pretend like they're doing these things right here to convince the masses like they conquer the whole thing, but they don't. They can't make human being. That's why they want you to believe in clones. Picture if they could just clone another person. How basically great they would have been, people. Of course they could have created a human being if they can do cloning for real. If they can make a human being just like you, running around like you and everything, doing the same thing as you, of course they would be great. These people would be more greater than we give them credit for if they can do that. But they can't, people. They can't create another human being. That's their big problem. They only can destroy. They destroy human beings. They can't create it. You have to understand that the Creator creates, the devil destroy, and of course they even destroying you. Pay attention.
But this EU-funded team is using a very different beast. Silicone rubber.
Silicone rubber, people. Look at all these silicone babies they got right there. They're using to show you what's gonna happen to you as a baby when they do this. Pay attention. This is fake shit for the masses.
Silicone rubber.
We can hopefully postpone animal experiments for a while by making mannequins that help us to mimic and simulate like a flight simulator.
That don't make no kind of sense, people. How can you use silicone, supposedly shaped babies, to do anything with living things? You can't, people. It's bullshit. 100% bullshit.
What is happening in the system?
Juliette von Haren is in charge of designing the mannequins.
You see basically the range of motions that we can achieve using these flexures and the motors that we have embedded in our mannequin.
What you gonna
What
achieve?
I find very interesting about this project is that it is at the intersection of art, design, and biology, engineering.
One of the big challenges of this project is finding a way to safely transfer the fetus from the mother to the artificial
Listen to
womb.
this.
But the team believe they have found an answer.
I wanna know, people. Come on, man. I asked the question already, but it's baffling to me, man. Why is the baby can't stay in the womb for the whole time? Then one time it come out. What is the premature thing for, people? What is that going on there? Why the mom can't keep the baby in? What's the problem? And now the mom can't keep the baby in, so you have to go in and take the baby out, and you still have to have an artificial womb to put the baby back in. So the baby just couldn't stay in the mom womb, but it can stay in an artificial womb. People, what's going on here? They're taking away naturality, even birth. They already take it away for the most part with you going to an hospital or a doctor to give birth. Those things was natural. Remember, doctor came after. Somebody have to go to school and learn that shit, people. They have to bring it in books so people learn how to do it. So that means it wasn't around from jump. You understand that, people? So the organic way to have a baby don't involve a doctor. You see, animals have babies. And now people even bring their pets to go have the babies, to go bring them to a vet. So the vet can do it just like a woman go to the doctor. So you see what I'm saying, people? Those things happen naturally. Different from the animal having a birth. You understand what I'm saying? The animal gonna birth the baby. You don't need no doctor to come and cut nothing and pretty nothing up and shut nobody up or nothing. So yes, what I'm saying is you're supposed to have the baby natural. They take that away by bringing you to the hospital, giving you all of these things, all of these options, all of these medications, all of these other things they got in place in the devil earth. So now look, people, they're also going to take away you naturally bringing the baby to perfection. So now your body is not good enough to hold the baby in. So we're going to take it out and put it in an artificial womb. Because what we create is greater than what the Creator created, which is you. and having a baby natural. What a dumb shit, people. Tell me if this is right here. They're gonna take away all the natural things that connects to birth because it's depopulation time. Remember that shit, they have to control the birth of the human beings right here.
Liquid tunnel.
So the infant moves from liquid into liquid.
What kind of liquid,
Once
people?
the baby is inside the liquid tunnel, the umbilical
What kind of liquid is in that tunnel? Why they can't tell you? They have to tell you what kind of liquid they're using to replace that water that the woman body natural produce. They can't do it. No way they can imitate it, people.
cord can be cut. Then, after the baby reaches the artificial womb, things get even more challenging. The umbilical cord has to be quickly reattached, this time to an artificial placenta.
So you see, people, they cut the umbilical cord and then they have to connect it again to a fake shit about placenta. Pay attention, go back.
Time to an artificial placenta.
Artificial
If this
placenta?
takes more than a few minutes, lack of oxygen will damage the baby's brain.
Wow, unbelievable.
If all goes smoothly, the baby will spend the next 4 weeks receiving all its required oxygen and nutrients through the artificial placenta and womb.
Wow, people, artificial placenta. I guess that's how they make a artificial wound right there. Where is the water? You mentioned the placenta. I guess that's what you call the water. Pay attention here, people. This is fake shit. 100%. Like I said, the devil problem can't create no human being. No way.
The hope is that more premature babies will survive in these liquid-filled polymer
Yes,
bags.
so you're not trying to solve the problem of why the baby born premature. You can't solve that problem. Like I tell you, they will never solve any one of these things because they're responsible for it. It's part of the destruction that the mankind have to face on earth. So there you go, people. More options. You can now use an artificial wound, but they won't solve the problem of why baby born in premature.
Compared with being in an incubator, it should be easier for their lungs to grow enough to be able to breathe air.
Wow.
Weeks later, when the baby is around 28 weeks, they can be safely placed in an incubator before being finally released to their parents' care.
Still gotta go back into an incubator again, people. Wow. Unbelievable.
But to build a fully functioning artificial womb, the team has to overcome other potentially fatal risks, not least blood clotting.
The main problems we have now is blood tends to coagulate if it comes in contact with materials that are not owned by the body itself.
See? Wow. Unbelievable.
With so many obstacles to overcome, it could be at least a decade before this technology is rolled out to make a difference in the world.
You hear that, people? Like I tell you, it is impossible shit. They can't mimic a woman womb to create shit. I did a lot of videos on it and break it down and show you where they're gonna tell you these things and they have these incubators and all of these shit set up to make babies, and don't buy into it no more, people. Come on. They can't do it. Listen. The only way, just like they show you right here with a silicone baby, that's the only thing they can create. Yes, artificial intelligent, but not real human beings. So that's why they tell you about these supposedly silicone babies that they have in here. They can create something like a human being, but it's not built up with flesh and bones and bloods and all of that. You understand that? So yes, they can create human being. They only can destroy them. Come to that and realize it, people. They're not here to make more humans. They're here to make less humans. They're going to destroy the earth, but they have to have a number, a certain number where it's easier to lead everybody to their death. 100% in. Like I mentioned, they're just harvesting soul here. Make as much people as possible and take them out. Yes, another mag bam truth. I'm on the run. Gone.